Pat Olson alongside Jim Brovelli on the road with the Dons here in Hawaii. The Dons on the road on the islands. We're here at Waikiki. You can see beautiful Diamond Head here in our background, Jim. Before we get into this matchup against the Rainbow Warriors, let's first talk about this 7-0 USF start. The Dons, great guard play so far, third in the country at scoring at almost 90 a ball game. This is a fun team to watch so far.
Well, I'll tell you what, Pat, it's a great start for a new coach to take over, what's coming back, 10 new guys. They're used to each other, but he's put in a new system here. It's a little more upbeat in terms of tempo. He's extending the defense a little bit, whether it's a made or a missed basket, so more pressure with the quickness that USF has, and it's really caused havoc for the opponents. And they've really bought into it. So you can see on transition baskets, whether it's a made basket, missed basket, or a turnover, USF really looks to score.
We talked about this the last time we filmed one of these. It's become Jamari Bouyer's team. Frankie Ferrari was the guy a year ago. But boy, Jamari has really taken the reins and run with it. He's been tremendous.
Well, with Frankie, great player, all-league player, went over and played in Europe. Was high screen and roll mostly. This system here, all 5 people get involved on a motion offense with high screens, quick transition baskets, quick ball movement. And the guy who leads them with Jamari Bouye really has to look at the tempo. Does he bring it out and back it up to run the offense if the initial burst isn't there? Or does he wait for a lull to come down, work inside out, which they've done a great job with the big guy inside? He's a very smart player. He has a good feel and a good sense for the game. So, him taking care of that tempo, he's got everybody organized, everybody going to the right spots, great spacing, and they've really taken to him as a leader.
Speaking of the tempo, Todd Golden, the head coach, is going 9-10 deep, playing a lot of guys, and a lot of guys that can score.
Yeah.
If you're playing USF, there's really no 1 or 2 single guys you can key in on. On any given night, we've seen a different leading scorer.
Yeah, and that's the strength of this team, Pat. They don't have to look for one guy at the end of a game if they need a basket. If one guy doesn't do it, the extra pass, someone else will do it, because they're all capable shooters. They're all capable of taking it off the bounce to the rim and scoring, and they draw and kick to their teammates very, very well. All of them. And, you got great bench coming in there with Shabazz and Reitman and Reevney, two big guys that shoot the lights.
Yeah, two 6'8", 6'9" guys coming off the bench that can shoot the three, right?
Yeah, I'm telling you, so a lot of weapons there offensively. But a strength of this team is really their defense. That really gets it going. So they really have a lot of things going for them right now. Another road game here. It's only the second of the year on preseason here. And this is the first of really a tough match coming up here in the month of December. After this, they go home and play Arizona State and Cal, and they're at Stanford and at Fullerton and at Fresno. So by the month of December, there's going to be a barometer set say, how far has USF come so far in pre-conference to get ready for the WCC?
Yeah, we're going to learn a lot more about this team over the next, 4 to 5 weeks or so. Sure. Let's talk about the chance to play Hawaii. You brought teams here. This is obviously a great opportunity for these young men. We've noticed the guys are having fun. They've been loose, but I think Coach Golden has done a good balance of, hey, get a little beach time in, but this is also a business trip, and it's not easy to play inside the Stan Sheriff Center.
No, it sure isn't. Anytime you go on the road, it's never easy. But, coming here, I used to tell my teams, look, I want you guys to have all the fun in the world. Go have fun. But when it's time where we have to do something, where it's look at a film session, or when you step between the lines at practice, or when the game starts, you better be ready to go, because you've had a good time. Now it's time to go play. And Todd's done a great job of that. The team is really behind him 100%, and they're buying into everything he's doing, and he's kept a great balance with this team.
Let's talk a little bit about this matchup with Hawaii, because unlike the last couple of games where the Dons played teams kind of similar to USF that wanted to go up and down a little bit, Hawaii's not going to go that tempo with USF. So maybe tomorrow the team that wins the battle of tempos might win the ballgame.
I think so, and that's always a battle every team you play against. But what I like about USF, regardless of the opponent that they've played thus far, when Yale came in and other teams have come in to play, USF has kept their same style, and it's by habit that they can be successful. So they pressure, they try to score quick on the turnover or a made or missed basket. Offensively, if it's not there, they back it up and run good, solid half-court offense with good spacing. And they've stayed steady. and consistent with that type of style, regardless of their opponent's style. So that's really a bonus for USF because it's a very smart team led by a very smart point guard.
All right, Dons against Hawaii Friday night. It's a bit later on the West Coast. A 9:15 pregame, 9:30 for the tip-off for the Dons in Hawaii on KNBR 1050. Along with Jim Brovelli, Pat Olson on USFDons.com.